I've got all kinds of things to tell you tonight. All kinds of things. First of all, what about that election last night? The Republicans thumped the Democrats. And the funny part was that the two states that Obama campaigned for the governors, the Democratic governors, they lost to Republicans by like 25 percentage points. But up in New York, where Obama didn't campaign, the Democrat won. He was running for the House of Representatives. The Democrat won without Obama there. So if I was a Democrat and I was running next year, I would say keep that bastard out of here, because it's a death sentence for him to come in here and campaign for me. Because people are so damn sick seeing his puss. He's inept. He's insincere. He's incapable. And he's in over his head. He's an arrogant, narcissistic sociopath, if you ask me. And he doesn't care about anybody but himself. Every time you hear him speak, it's I, me, I. He spoke to the students there. Or, by the way, the little girl I take care of boycotted it. She did not go to school that day. All it was about him. Every time he speaks, it's all about him. Listen next time. Now, Hillary, she's as ineffective as Obama. She went to Russia to lay down the law. She wanted them to impose sanctions on Iran as long as they continue heading for nuclear power, or nuclear capabilities, I mean. And what did she get from Russia? A flat no. And now their generals can come over and check our silos and count our nuclear warheads. That's what she got for us from Russia. So then she went to Israel and praised Israel's president on the houses that they were building in Gaza. And then she went to Egypt, and the Egyptian president got on her for that. So now she says she's against Israel's building in Gaza. They're so indecisive. Nancy Pelosi was, you know what Dennis Miller said? He said that, how do you put it? She had reptilian intellect, and if she was a smart woman, he said if that was the smartest one that could get in there, they really scraped the bottom of the barrel. You look in her eyes, there's nothing there, just that Botox face, and she's always smiling. So she was smiling today. I guess those elections yesterday showed that people really want this health care. She's a nut. Obama and the Nobel Prize. What did he do? What did he do? He was a community organizer for a little while. Worked in a university, was not a full professor. Just organized around, hung around with his crook buddies in Chicago, his thug friends that he's brought into Washington now. There's no more thugs and crooks in Chicago. They're all working for him. He owed them all something, you see, and they were all in the White House with him. But anyway, and then he was a senator for 120 days. He never did anything. He's done nothing to win the Nobel Prize. And neither have I. So I want my name on the list next time it comes up, because I've got the same qualifications. In fact, he was president for 12 days when he was nominated. So that means he's only been president 12 more days than I have. So I think I should be high on the list of Nobel Peace Prize winners. Plus the other president this one is Jimmy Carter. Oh, today is the 30th anniversary of when Iran took all our hostages, broke into the American embassy and took hostages, held them for 144 days. Jimmy Carter couldn't do a thing about it. He was helpless, sitting around playing pocket pool. And then he, when Ronald Reagan was sworn in, they were afraid of Ronald Reagan. 20 minutes after he was inaugurated, they released the hostages in Iran. They weren't afraid of Jimmy Carter. They still aren't. He still said everybody was racist that didn't want the health care bill. That's like playground politics. When you were a kid, what if you went up to the bully and you said, why did you beat up this young third grader with glasses and take his lunch money, you bully? And the bully would go, well, you're fat. Well, that's the same thing. Why does Obama want to change this country into a socialist country? Racist! That's all it is. Playground politics. It's the same with Sarah Palin. Let's all pick on the smart, pretty one. You know, well, I'll say she slept with the football team last night. I know, I'll say she's got VD. I know what I'll say. I'll say she stole. You know, it's just because all the girls want to pick on the smart, pretty one. And every news outlet, except Fox News, and a few conservative papers, jumped on Sarah Palin, accusing her of everything under the sun, which was all disproved. She electrified this country. Right now she has a book that's being published. It will be released soon. It's already a bestseller. She electrified this country, and I believe that I will have a chance, if I live long enough, to vote for her for President of the United States. I fully think she can beat Obama easily in 3 years. But one little news program, one little cable news, Fox News, criticizes some of his policies, as well they should. Well, he's all upset. He's all upset. He's not used to being rejected. And maybe that has something to do with the fact that his mother rejected him, not only once and deserted him, but twice. He cannot take rejection of any kind or any kind of criticism. But look what they did to Sarah Palin, it just made her stronger. But he's showing what he's worth. He cannot take any kind of criticism. He falls apart. Now, also, you know, Dennis Miller thought that he should have been up for a few other awards. He should have been up for the Cy Young Award for that baseball he threw into the dirt on opening day. And he should get Ambassador of the Year for going all over the world and trashing his country. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, Michelle's garden. I got to tell you this before another time. When they're harvesting out of Michelle's garden on the White House grounds this week, and I remember a while back that they said that nothing's harvested from that garden's going to be edible, because when the Clintons were there, they fertilized that section of the lawn with sludge. And it wasn't going to be fit for human consumption, but it was a whole idea. You know what I thought? Don't you suppose when she was planting that garden, that Hillary didn't sit there with Bill and go, hey, Bill, isn't that where we had that sludge put in there to fertilize? Bill, why, yes, Hillary, you know. She'd say, well, I could tell her. I could call her and tell her, couldn't I, Bill? But I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Let's let her plant that little garden right there in that sludge, and then nobody will be able to eat anything that comes out of it, and that will be payback. And so, I think that I'm coming to a close, but I had to tell you all of that. Michelle's Garden, honest to God. And now it appears, whoops,